it's Kelly Gibson here. I'm joined with Emma Swanson. She's our captain for the AFLW West Coast team. Thanks for coming along and joining us on camera, Swanee.
Thanks for having me, Kelly.
Oh, I love the banter already. So, Emma, I'm just going to ask you a few questions about footy, about your role as our captain for our team this season. Obviously, it's our first season in the AFLW. And it's probably one of your biggest roles so far in AFLW, am I right?
Yeah.
Yep. So we're just going to talk about a few things, get real deep, you know?
Can't wait.
Okay. Well, we'll start from the beginning. Your story, your footy story. We just want to know where it all began.
Yeah, well, a lot like yourself, Gibbo. I played with the boys when I was younger, so I was pretty much born into football. Massive footballing family. My dad was still playing when I was younger. My brother started playing Auskick, and I guess I just wanted to be a part of it. So I started playing.
Mum didn't play footy?
Boys. No, Mum didn't, but she reckons she's watched about 3,000 games of football. So
really? 3,000 oranges at half time?
Yeah, she's pretty good. She knows the structures and the setups and stuff. And
really?
She's not too bad, Mum.
Wow.
No,
I'm actually impressed.
She's knowledgeable. But yeah, massive footballing family. So I played with the boys until under 11s, I think, under 12s.
Right about that time.
Yeah, and that was like pretty common story. That's when girls are obviously told that they can't play with the boys anymore. So from there, went and dabbled in a lot of different sports, and basketball was the one that I sort of took up sort of off of football, and took it pretty seriously. But I'd always rock up to basketball with a footy and be kicking into the hoops. So football was always in the background.
Yeah.
Just never really a reality.
Yeah.
And then stumbled across the waffle at the time, or the WA, WFL. At the time, I was about 16. Peel Thunder had just put a side in, began playing there. That was to get fit for basketball. So I actually began.
Yeah.
I was like, I'll do a football pre-season. That'll get me fit for basketball and take my basketball to the next level.
Yeah.
And I actually haven't played a game of basketball since then. So.
Good. Basketball. Wow. So you're like common story. Most of us, we can't play, and then. You follow another sport, and then it's kind of like keep fit, and then you fall in love with it.
Yeah,
you don't want to look back.
That's it.
What's important? Why is it so important to give back to the game?
Yeah, I think I guess it's important to give back in terms of making sure that the young kids who are playing, like whether it's little boys, little girls playing now, have the opportunity to just have the best opportunity they can have. So, it's important that they can see role models, and I'm a firm believer of you can't bet you what you can't see. So, making sure that they can see role models, that it's nice and clear, and just a pathway through to the elite level if that's what they choose. But then, also giving back in terms of making sure everyone's having fun, and because that's also a path. Football's fun, so. That's also a path you can, I guess, play for the enjoyment of the game. Yeah.
How do you balance, I guess not balance, but I guess we're giving back so much and we're providing so much of ourselves. How do you be grateful with what you have as a person? Like, you have all these opportunities to give back, but how do you kind of step back and be like, look, this is what I can do, but maybe be grateful of the fact that you can just chill out and relax? Like, how do you kind of go back to that?
It's tough. I think particularly in the last probably 2 years, less is sometimes more. I've probably learnt that the hard way.
Yeah.
And as much as you want to sort of give it a little bit of yourself to everyone who asks, sometimes it's best to peel back on that and give really well to a few things rather than sort of
say yes to everything.
Say yes to everything and be so thinly spread that you're sort of not really making an impact.
Yep.
It's a tough balance, but I think as the league's growing, like AFLW is growing, there's more role models. We can all give back a little bit. If we all sort of choose sort of a couple of avenues to really give back, all of a sudden the bulk of all of us, like pioneers in playing AFLW, are now making a huge impact.
Yeah. So like I said earlier, you're our captain and you're our first captain. Have you had any captaincy roles before?
Yes, actually, under 18s.
Yeah, it would have been 18s.
I was with you, yeah.
Yeah. Was that your last season?
2013, I think. Yeah. That was a good year. We probably should have won that
Yeah.
I think
if you were the same
Victoria
age
rolled
as me,
us.
you would have won it the next year.
Yeah, I know. I remember watching that. Pretty bittersweet.
Are you bitter?
Yeah, it was hard to watch. Back then, all we knew was Victoria versus WA. That was the absolute height of female footy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, to be rolled 3 times in under 18s by Victoria and then watch you guys win it the next year. It was hard.
Part of you was so happy, part of you was so salty.
Yeah, I was glad that you guys got there, but at the same time, I wanted to be there. But so obviously captained that last year, 2013, which was good.
How do you feel?
All just learning experience.
The captaincy in general, what does it mean to be a captain to you though? You know, you got all these different, you know, you got to lead by example, or you know, there's all these things that you can say, but like, what does it mean to you?
To be honest, to be really honest, it's probably not something I'll really reflect on properly until maybe in like 15 years. Yeah. I say 15, I probably won't play for that long, maybe 10 if I'm lucky. Yeah. Once your career finishes, you look back and you're like, that was pretty special. But while you're in it, I don't have time to reflect too much. There's always something that needs doing.
So you're living in the moment?
Yeah, trying to. Yeah. And to be really honest, like I haven't changed that much. No. I don't think.
I think you've gotten funnier.
Probably.
Less pressure now. You've got the captaincy.
Yeah. No, I feel, but we laugh, but if anything, I was actually saying to someone the other day, I actually do feel like there's less pressure for some. It's weird. Like it can easily go the other way and you're like, oh, you know, captaining, I've got pressure to perform, blah, blah, blah. I actually feel like you can influence the group now and you don't even have to touch the footy. Yeah. So if anything, I feel like the pressure's alleviated a little bit.
You think people were taking on responsibilities without you actually not asking them, but, you know, like the girls, I've noticed the girls are, you know, certain individuals are stepping up, and it could be our youngest player, Bose. Yeah. You know, taking certain responsibilities on field, or, you know, taking care of her mistakes or whatever, you know, like she's not.
So much.
Yeah, like a lot of players aren't just waiting for you to tell them to do something. Exactly. Like it's kind of like we're taking ownership.
We have such an amazing group. Like we've just got a group of leaders really, and everyone leads in their own right. Like this might be someone you don't even hear them talk for 2 weeks. Like they're a really quiet, introverted person, but they still lead in their own way. I think that's pretty special. We've got a really good group like that.
Yeah. If you had one tip to give a young player, they could be 18, they could be 6, or they could be just joining their first club, like what's something that you would, an advice or something you'd give them, boy, a male or a female?
Definitely don't lose sight of why you start playing the game. So like I feel like even at like a local community, real low level sort of, community level of footy, there's still pressure to perform, and you still want to win games of football, and you can still sort of feel that, that pressure, but not to let that overpower the reason why you start. And I think the reason why we all start is because we enjoy it and we have fun. Yeah. And that's, never
so just
lose
have fun.
sight of just enjoying. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. All right, well, that's all I got for today. But thanks, Swanee, for sitting down and being really honest with us. We appreciate it. But yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for having me, Oprah.